Welcome to BBC One. No, ladies and gentlemen, you're not listening to London's BBC One. You're watching your local cable access program. My name's Tony Spera. With Ed and Lorraine Warren tonight on Seekers of the Supernatural. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you may be wondering why I'm wearing this British police helmet. Well, I'm wearing it because we're going to be speaking about a very intriguing case that happened in London, that began in London, a little suburb called Southend-on-Sea, where a werewolf of London was found. Ed and Lorraine Warren will investigate this, and we'll talk to you about it. We have a film of an actual interview with a werewolf from Ed and Lorraine Warren's house. So maybe I should take this hat off, even though I like it. I think I'll maybe keep it. And we'll talk to Ed and Lorraine Warren about this intriguing case. So I'd like to start out with Ed, if I could, first. Ed, can you tell us about this actual case of lycanthropy?
Well, this is the first case of a werewolf, or lycanthropy, which is the scientific name for it, that we ever came across in 45 years of investigations. Lorraine and I were at a friend's home, and we were speaking and talking, fooling around. All of a sudden, my attention was drawn to the fact that there was another Werewolf in London picture on. I thought, my God, they made another one? But this was different. It was on sightings, and I looked at it, and I was watching these police officers, real London police officers, talking about being attacked by a real werewolf. And I looked at Lorraine and I said, what do you think about this? And so as we watched, we realized that this man was the first case of lycanthropy that we ever had come across. So we took it so seriously that we flew to California. We talked with the producers of the show. They told us, yes, that Bill Ramsey was considered a real-life werewolf. And so then we flew to England, and we talked with Bill Ramsey, and I talked and interviewed the police officers who were actually attacked by this man. Now, he stands about 5'7", he weighs maybe 150 pounds, but he would take some of these bobbies, who were well over 6 foot, over 200 pounds, he'd throw them around like they were kindling wood. And the stories that they told us about this man were incredible. How he would ask to be locked up in a jail cell for his protection and the protection of the public. Now, the people out there listening to us right now are probably saying, come on, what are you talking about, a werewolf? Well, I think by the end of this program, they'll realize that Bill Ramsey was a real-life werewolf. But it was Lorraine, really, that talked me into going into London.
That's how I understand that Lorraine was instrumental in getting both of you involved in this case. Lorraine, can you tell us what happened?
For someone, Tony, that was never interested in things like ghouls and werewolves and vampirism, those things never really interested me. Things like ghosts and haunted homes, yes, I was more open to the fact where human spirits were concerned and the fact that homes could be haunted in such a manner. But there was something in the interview that day as we watched that television show in a friend's home after dinner that I looked at that man and knew that that was very sincere, that something was very real. And something inside of me, Tony, told me that I could help him. Now, how I could help him, I really didn't know. But I carried it, according to family and friends, Tony, I carried it to extreme. We went to California, and to get the information regarding the exact production company that produced that particular series on that werewolf was very, very, very difficult.
Well, I understand you went through a lot of different exercises to get to that point, to know even where that film was produced.
Exactly, and then I purchased it for a good sum of money. And that really angered Ed, that I paid that much money for a video of that interview.
I understand also that Ed really wasn't too keen on the idea.
No, I told Lorraine, I said, you know, even if we find out that this man really is a werewolf, I'm not going to go before the public and start talking about a werewolf. Ghosts and haunted houses and demons and devils are bad enough. But now a werewolf, and in London, you know, who would believe it?
Really?
but it actually occurred.
See, when we got back home, when we got back to Connecticut from California, Tony, I must have played that tape so many times, and I tried to listen to every little thing, but the most important thing were the patches that the men wore, because
that was the tip-off.
That was the tip-off that helped me to be able to know. There are 52 precincts in southern London, and in the middle of the night, while we were in London, we flew over to London for that reason. In the middle of the night, which was the quietest time on the highways and roads over there, I went to precinct after precinct.
I have to interrupt you at this point. It was a full moon that night. We were with Dr. Tony Giangrasso, who's the medical examiner for Fairfield County, and his wife, Betty. And I'll never forget it. A full moon, we're in London, and she's going into these police stations, little places, asking about a werewolf. We were laughing our heads off. And she walked into this first one, and next door was a pub. Guess what the name of it was? The Wolf Pub.
Wow.
And I said, they're going to take her away for sure.
No, I didn't really ask them about a werewolf. I said, I understand